Alright guys, so today I'm going to be performing this effect with my red dragon's back. There are hundreds of methods of how to do this effect, but the one I'm going to be teaching you guys today is my personal favorite. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I'll first show you how the trick looks like, and afterwards in the video I'll show you how the trick is done. So we start off the trick by going up to a spectator and shuffling the cards like so, and we can also give the cards some cuts like this, and we set aside the top two cards like this, and with the rest of the deck we'll ask the spectator to select a card, and the spectator will select, let's just say this one, and I'm not going to look at it. I hope you guys can see this. Okay, perfect. So we set your card in the center of the deck, and I'll lose the card a bit more like this. And with I'll show you guys the two cards I set aside previously, and the two cards I set aside previously are the two black kings. And I'm going to introduce you guys the two black kings right now. So here we have the king of clubs and the king of spades like this. And now I ask the spectator where they think their card is, and the spectator will say the card is roughly at the center, and I'll say okay, cool. And the only thing I have to do now is, well, let's pretend that the spectator is one of these kings. So the king will search through the center, and I think the king already knows where the card is. The only thing I have to do now is invisibly take out the card and throw it to the kings, like so. 1, 2, 3. The kings have sandwiched one card, and that card is your 3 of diamonds. So that was the performance of the trick, and now for the tutorial. So we start the trick by taking out any two of a kind. I'll take out the two kings, but you can take out, for example, the two red kings or the two black queens, or whatever you want. But what we're doing right now is a brief setup like this. We have the two kings on the top, and now we can perform the trick to a spectator. What we do is we perform a false shuffle, which means that it looks like the cards are being shuffled, but the top cards remain the same. And we can also perform some false cuts, like this. And we tell the spectator that we'll set aside the top two cards, like this. And we'll now ask a spectator to randomly select a card, and let's just say that the card is this one. So we'll show it right now, and that card is the King of Hearts. So what we do now is we're going to do this sleight of hand, which means that it looks like the King of Hearts is being placed at the center of the deck, but it's actually just staying at the top, like this. And how to do it is very simple. With these two fingers, with the middle and ring, you place them at the bottom here, touching the 6 of diamonds, and with your left thumb, you place it on top, and this is what happens. It looks like it will look, when you're doing it fast, like the card is being placed at the bottom, at the center, sorry, but it's actually not. It's still at the top. And what we do now is, meanwhile we're introducing the two kings to the spectator, we get a pinky break like this. How to do it is simple. We push off the top card with our left thumb, like this, and we then insert our pinky under it. Meanwhile, we're pushing the card back, like this. But this has to be performed discreetly. So, meanwhile, you're introducing the two kings, you can do it like this. And when you're introducing them to spectator, what you have to do is this. you say, okay, so we have the king of clubs, pinky break, and the king of spades with the spectator's selection, like this. And we select, and we place the top two, the two kings at the side, and with the rest of the deck, we ask the spectator where they think their card is, and the spectator will usually say that the card is at the center. And you say, okay, perfect. So let's pretend that you, the spectator, are right now one of these two kings. So the king will have to find your card in the center, like this. And the king already has it. What you have to do now is invisibly take out the card and you throw it. I mean, while you're doing this, you slide off, like fast, the card. So in fast, doing it fast looks like this. 1, 2, 3. But how to do this is very simple. You do this. You slide it. You slide your left thumb to the bottom, like this. So when we're doing it fast, we'll say, okay, so we take your card and throw it to a king like this. 1, 2, 3. And the kings have sandwiched one card. And that card is your King of Hearts.